All right, now we're going to go to the lightning round.
Love it.
Tell me the story about your first run.
My first run outside of team sport was when I was 16. And I was actually having a bit of a socially hard time at school. And so I used it as like an outlet for my mental health. So I couldn't run around the block. My block was like 600 meters. I used to live in Randwick. So it was like really tough. And I just wanted to run, walk, and just sort of like forget about school for 15 or 20 minutes at a time. And I didn't really care what I did, but that was like my first run. And then you sort of progress to running around the University of New South Wales. That's where my dad works, or still works now, but he worked there as well 12, 13 years ago. And once you sort of like achieve something physically whilst actually not caring about any stats or any watt or any numbers, like I was literally out there just, naked running or whatever you call it. Like I was just there mentally, just doing something. It became like a real outlet for me. And then I found my running friends afterwards. And then I decided to start running a little bit further afterwards. But that's how it started out, was just that mental release.
Please, that's funny. I did it to get in shape for basketball because I was pretty good at distance running and no one else liked running at all. And then I was like, this is really fun. I get to zone out. Like I was running 5Ks at 16 years old. That was like pretty much like the first run I did. Technically no. But I just remember, I remember being excited about going into that flow, and then the runner's high, finding out about the runner's high shortly after. This is before. I mean, Runner's World magazine was out back then. I did not subscribe to it because it was probably $8, and I was like, I can't afford that. But there was no internet, like 16 years old. It was AOL chat rooms. I'm showing, this is 98. I'm showing my age right now. But no, that's great. What's your favorite run or workout? It can be either or. For example, my favorite run right now is, I live in Green Square, Zetland. Which is city. It's like the other side of the city. I used to live in Forest Lodge, Glebe, and I just love running straight to Darling Harbor, and then basically sometimes I'll start in Annandale, so I'll do the whole bay run, and then it's just all the bay, all the water, and it's just pancake flat because I come from a track background. I hate hills. Like I don't hate them, but I just the hills just throw all my runs off. Like I want my pace to be even consistent, and it just keeps going all the way to Botanical Gardens.
So I'd say my favorite workout is 8x1K because I know if I'm running 8x1 well, and I can, when I'm running well, I can run that like 10K PB pace. And it's almost not hard because you can throw like 200 jogs in there, or you could do 1 minute standing recovery. But 8x1K, it's like when you nail that, you're running well and you're ready for a 10 or a half. Like that's one of my favorite workouts. It's just such a staple. All the elites do it, but I feel like as a recreational guy, you can still do it just as well as the elites. It's just at your own pace. So I love that workout. I'd say one of my favorite runs is, you can't beat the harbour. We talk about the Sydney Marathon course and the bridge and the Opera House. Like I get to run that every day working in the city. Like it's literally, on my doorstep at work. So I step out into the most beautiful city in the world, and I get to run around the harbour every single day if I wanted to. I don't. I do it once a week, but that's one of my favourite runs.